Alright, welcome to another video everybody. Today we're driving Delica to Ireland for a week of landscape photography. Alright, time to get going. First stop, Cairnryan, which is in the southwest of Scotland, and that is where we'll be getting the ferry to Belfast. And I'm running late, which is why I'm fumbling. Alright, photography adventure awaits. So the plan is, I have no plan. It's always the way it goes with these road trips, because for me, half of the fun is not knowing where I'm gonna sleep, where I'm gonna travel to, what I'm gonna photograph. It's incredibly liberating. I can just go wherever I fancy and shoot whatever I like. The one thing I do know for certain is that I have a ferry to catch today to Belfast, and then in about 5 or 6 days, I have to be in Dublin for a landscape photography conference. Those 5 days in between, those are mine. Now I can tell you this, I am not gonna be going in a straight line from Belfast to Dublin. No, we are going in the scenic route.
Hiya.
Do I have a booking number?
Yeah, it's 45.
Can I get you to turn off your engine, please? Can I ask you to step out of front of your vehicle, please? Quick body scan and a wheel look inside.
Body scan. Alrighty. Right, we are through, and I have to say I was not expecting a body search to get on a ferry to Northern Ireland. Well, there you go. So if you're wondering, this ferry from Cairnryan to basically Belfast was very expensive. I don't know if it's because of the time of year. I think we might still be in the summer holidays, although it's probably more like the shoulder season, but return trip for me and the van was about £300, and I think that's expensive. I don't know, maybe it's not, maybe that's the cost. I've done this trip once before and I don't remember it being that much. But anyway, there you go, some consumer advice there. £300 return trip. All right, welcome to Northern Ireland, everybody. Although I don't think we're staying here, we're just gonna drive straight through and hit that west coast. Right then, we've got to figure out where we're going. Otherwise, just end up at a service station sleeping for the night. Right, I have a plan for this evening. It's always a bit of a compromise in situations like this. For me, priority number one is somewhere nice to photograph. Priority number two, very close priority number two, is somewhere to park up for the night. It's quiet and level and close to where I want to shoot. We kind of have that, but not really. The location that I want to shoot is some beautiful sea arches. My friend Darren J. Spoonley is on YouTube. He does guidebooks of Ireland, right? He's got loads of them, and he sent me the Donegal guidebook, and I've been going through it. It's really good, and this sea arch in this area looks phenomenal for shooting. I also need somewhere to sleep. I believe you can park at the shooting location, but it's not proper. It's like a pull off on like a grassy bank on the side of the road, so you wouldn't want to sleep there. But I think within a mile or two either side of the location there's a few options. If there's already vans there, then we might be in trouble. So it's a bit of a gamble. Are we going to be able to find somewhere to park up for the night? Maybe. Are we going to get a good shot tomorrow? Oh, I don't know. And also, I've been checking the weather for this week. One word for you. One word. Windy. Actually, 3 words. Windy as fuck. All right, we have made it to our park up. Ideally, I'd like to wake up, rock out of the van and just go and shoot, but I have to wake up and then drive in the morning, which is a bit of a pain. Not as romantic as I like, but it'll do for now. I think so long as I get some food and a good night's sleep, I'll be happy. All right, whilst we cook dinner, let me thank the sponsor of this video, which is Squarespace. So Squarespace is a place where you can go and you can build your own website. So as a photographer, you're probably going to want your own website, but it's not an easy thing to do if you're going to try and code it yourself or use a web design company. But at Squarespace, it's just really straightforward. You can use their very simple and intuitive drag and drop system to build a beautifully professional looking website. You can have an online gallery, of course. You can have your own online store. You can even have your own online members area. So if you fancy giving this a go, go to squarespace.com/Heaton and you'll get a free trial. So you can see with that free trial how easy and good looking the websites are. If you're happy with the free trial, use the offer code Heaton and you'll get 10% off your first purchase. All right, it's gone out. The flame's gone out, yet the gas is still... yes, hello to all of the 617 members that joined this week. I just wanted to give everyone a big thank you for all the comments and feedback that we got last week. If you didn't watch last week's video, well, basically the 617 Club is a community, a photography community that myself and Simon Baxter have started. I don't want to do a sales pitch, but go to the617.club and then you can just see what it's all about, all the information and why we've done it and everything there. Right, I've got some asparagus as well. That's going to be nice. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I give you a chicken, lettuce and asparagus wrap with no plate, mayonnaise and some hot sauce. Well, good morning, everybody. Oh, man. I had a great sleep last night, and I'll be honest with you, I did not want to get out of bed this morning. It was dark, it's windy, the van's still rocking. But, you know, that's why we're here. So I've got to remind myself that's why we're here. So we're going to leave this wonderful park up and go and check out these sea stacks. And then from there, who knows? What a difference it makes driving when you can actually see what's around you. It's absolutely beautiful. I just arrived here in pitch black, couldn't see a thing, so you never know what to expect. Right, I think we are here, and this is where we're parking, so you can see exactly why I didn't sleep here last night. Chilly. Autumn is definitely coming. It's pretty cool. It's impressive. We don't have any light, which is a shame, but yeah, I don't think it's going to matter too much. I mean, to get real light here, you'd have to be here at sunset, not sunrise, so I was never expecting anything, especially with the weather conditions we have over the next few days. Man, no, if I come away with 2 images from this entire trip, we'll be happy. If I could stand up without being blown to the ground, I'll be happy. Because the wind speeds over the next couple of days are predicted to rocket. From tomorrow, they're supposed to be going up to 40 or 50 miles per hour. That is going to be wild. So, yeah, I have no idea how we're going to manage that. But I definitely think we can have a nice shot this morning. So this place is beautiful. So many boulders and sea stacks and so many composition opportunities. Unfortunately for me, the tide is about mid-tide now coming in, maybe a little bit past mid. So I can't really get around the bay to get a good profile of the arch and all of the sea stacks. So I am somewhat restricted to this beach here in this angle, which is fine, but I would love to have had the opportunity to explore more. So yeah, low tide would have been better. I think there's a shot from down here. I mean, there has to be, man. It has to be. It's just incredible. Right, so let's have a look. Now you might be wondering which camera I have with me. Well, I can tell you that I have brought the Earth Explorer. I have only had this a couple of weeks and not really used it that much other than in Sweden, which you saw last week. So very much looking forward to this. This is a really difficult location actually. I feel like I'm hemmed in by the tide, and as well as that, conditions are not right because we have a lot of incredible dramatic cloud out on the horizon, and in fact there's cloud everywhere apart from pretty much above these sea stacks where it's blue sky. So that's a shame. So if I'm shooting wide and I'm pulling in the sea stacks and making them, you know, dramatic, and you also pull in all of that blue sky, which is not ideal. However, it does look like the clouds are blowing over, so I think it's just a case of patience and waiting. The problem with that is the tide is constantly changing, so yeah. I'm definitely going to wait though, wait to see what happens with these clouds. I don't want to take a shot just yet. All right, things are definitely shaping up now that the clouds have moved over. Didn't take that long, probably about 15 minutes, and the sky has been filled with all of that lovely interest and detail. Now all I've got to do is find a composition. So I've got a composition that I'm reasonably happy with. I'm just popping on a polarizing filter, which will just get rid of a bit of the glare off the water. But what I'm actually going to do with this image, so I'm going to take two images, one focused on the sea stack with a very long exposure, so 1 minute plus, to try and capture all of these clouds moving and add a bit of interest in the sky. But I feel like that 1 minute exposure is going to be too long for this water. It's just going to look mushy. So I'm going to take a second exposure, focusing in the sort of mid foreground with a shorter exposure of about 1 second, and then I'm going to blend them together. So it shouldn't look too odd. It looks odd if you've got one part of the image with movement and one part of the image that is completely static. So the fact that I will still have movement in the waves should hopefully make sense when you look at the image. So first of all, I think I'm going to pop on a 6-stop filter, and that is going to give me an exposure of around about 1 minute. Now I'm going to take off the 6-stop filter and take a second image of around about 1 second, and it's just a case of waiting for the perfect wave to come in to give me that motion that I'm looking for. But yeah, I mean, this is okay, and certainly it's not a bad start to the trip. So this is where I slept last night. It was a beautiful spot actually, although very windy. Yeah, fantastic. Now for anybody who's new to the channel, let me tell you about my van briefly, although I'm not going to go into too much detail because there's loads of videos on my channel. I'll link to a playlist below. But this is my 2002 Mitsubishi Delica, which I imported from Japan. I've lifted her by 2 inches. We've got some nice BF Goodrich all-terrain tyres on there. We have an awning on the side, and on the top, oh, excuse me, a bit windy, know if you can see that. We have a 160 watt solar panel and a little low profile roof box. Oh, in the back is pretty much where I store my camera gear. So in here we've got tripods, camera gear, drones, some spares and repairs down there, some waterproofs in there. And now we'll get inside and get out of the wind. Actually, let's look in the front. So the front passenger seat I have converted to, well, basically my shelf. So I've got 2 batteries here. I think in total there's 2,000 watt hours here. And these are EcoFlow Deltas. These are fantastic. They'll charge all of my camera gear and keep everything going. This is my Indelby fridge, which is a very handy size. Not much in there at the minute. I need to go shopping, but that'll hold easily 3 or 4 days worth of food. A little light here for filming. And this is the home. This is where I sleep, eat, work, cook, everything. So I've got storage in here, pretty good storage actually. Just keep food in there. Got all sorts of, all manner of things in this one, and that's my water. Coffee is kept in these 2 pouches. We have a grinder, an AeroPress and some beans. I have some clothes and stuff in here. This is my main house battery, 2,000 watt hours. Powers all of the lights in here, the diesel heater, which is currently down here, just there. I have a nice slide out table, great for working on my laptop. Also a little bit of storage under here, some cutlery and a pan. And then in here we have some toiletries in there, a stove with a few bits and pieces like washing up liquid, plates, that sort of thing. So all in all, it's a really simple affair, nothing fancy at all, but it's perfect for one, just one. Only one person can sleep in here, only one person can cook and eat and everything in here. But for a photography trip, it's absolutely ideal. And the best part is, look at this. I'll spin you around, look at the views that we get. It's just glorious. And because the wind's coming from behind us, I can keep this door open and there's no consequences at all. It's lovely, it's just perfect. Right, I'm gonna make some breakfast, get a coffee on the go. Then we need to make a plan for the next day or two, because man, I just have no idea, not a clue.
In the morning when I get up, I wish that we could stop and take each day. In the evening when I get home.
So this is the best time of the day for me. After a morning photo shoot, somewhat successful, we'll see, I'm not sure. In fact, let me know in the comments if you like the image. But it's the morning after the first night. So you've had a productive morning, you got your first shot in the can, and now I can relax, have a coffee, and plan the rest of the trip. I've got so much to look forward to. I have no idea what to expect, but I'm excited. So make sure you tune in next week. If you're interested in the 617 Club, there's a link in the description below. That's the 617.club. Go and check it out and have a look. But for now, I will drink my coffee and I will see you all next week as we explore this beautiful, wild Atlantic way.
Every time I look around, I hope to find you looking back at me. You're everything I ever hoped to see. In the morning when I get up, I wish that we could stop and take